Introduction and the Role of Defenders Part 1. Football. The beautiful game. The game that unites billions of hearts across the world. When we talk about football, most of the attention goes toward the glamorous stars, the strikers who score goals, the midfielders who create magic with their passes, and the wingers who run like lightning down the flanks. But today, let's stop for a moment. Let's pause and look at the side of football that is often ignored, the side that doesn't always make headlines but without which the game would collapse: the defenders. Defenders are the silent guardians of football. They are the brave warriors who stand between chaos and safety, between heartbreak and hope. When a striker misses a chance, people groan. When a goalkeeper makes a mistake, the whole stadium screams. But when a defender puts in a tackle, when he blocks a shot with his chest, or clears a dangerous cross out of the box, often only his teammates notice. Yet those moments, those invisible acts of sacrifice, are the foundation of every victory. Imagine this for a second. The game is tied, 1-1. It's the 90th minute. The opposition striker breaks through, sprinting toward goal. The crowd rises in anticipation, the commentator's voice grows louder, and all eyes are on the attacker. But then, out of nowhere, a defender slides in, stretches his leg perfectly, and takes the ball away. The danger is gone. The stadium sighs in relief. The striker shakes his head. The goalkeeper raises his fist in gratitude. And the defender? He simply stands up, dusts himself off, and gets back into position. No celebration. No spotlight. Just quiet duty. That is the life of a defender. Glory for others, responsibility for himself. Why defenders matter so much? Football is often described as a game of goals, but it is actually a game of balance. You cannot win trophies without scoring, but you cannot even compete without defending. As the old saying goes, attack wins you games, defense wins you championships. Think about the greatest football dynasties. Italy's World Cup victories were built on defensive mastery. AC Milan of the 1980s and 1990s had Paolo Maldini, Franco Baresi, Alessandro Costacurta, the perfect defensive wall. Spain's dominance between 2008 and 2012. Yes, they had Xavi and Iniesta, but they also had Carles Puyol, Sergio Ramos, and Gerard Piqué, who kept opponents silent. Even modern teams like Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp turned into champions only after Virgil van Dijk arrived to command the defense. Defenders are not just players, they are leaders. They see the whole pitch in front of them. They organize, they communicate, they demand discipline from others. A striker can be selfish. A midfielder can be flashy. But a defender must always think of the team first. His job is not about personal glory, it is about protection, structure, and sacrifice. The mentality of a defender. Being a defender requires a special kind of mentality. It is not enough to be strong or fast. You need courage, intelligence, and composure under pressure. Courage. Defenders throw themselves in front of powerful shots traveling at over 100 kilometers per hour. They jump into headers where elbows and boots are flying. They slide across the ground knowing one mistake could end in a penalty. That kind of bravery is rare. Intelligence. A defender must read the game seconds before anyone else. He must see the striker's body movement, predict the pass, and position himself correctly. A good defender doesn't just react, he anticipates. Composure. The world can be collapsing around you, the striker is one-on-one, the crowd is screaming, and yet a defender must remain calm. One rash decision, one uncontrolled tackle, and it's all over. It is this combination of physical power and mental strength that makes defenders so unique. They are not just footballers, they are guardians, almost like soldiers on the battlefield. The evolution of defenders. Defending in football has changed dramatically over the years. In the early days of the game, defenders were pure stoppers. Their job was simple: kick the ball away, tackle the striker, and clear danger. There was no thought of passing, no responsibility for building play. But as football evolved, so did the role of defenders. Today, defenders are expected to be multidimensional. They must start attacks with accurate passes from the back, overlap down the wings to provide width, stay disciplined in positioning while still being creative, adapt to high pressing and modern tactics. Look at modern center backs like Virgil van Dijk, who calmly sprays long passes to wingers. Or full backs like Trent Alexander-Arnold, who almost plays like a midfielder with his range of passing. Or wing-backs like Achraf Hakimi, who attack with the energy of strikers. Even goalkeepers today rely on defenders who are comfortable with the ball at their feet. This evolution shows that defenders are no longer less important than attackers. In fact, in modern football, defenders are often the most complete players on the pitch. The emotional side of defending. What makes defending so emotional is that it is about sacrifice. A striker scores a goal and basks in glory. A defender saves a goal, and the moment is forgotten minutes later. But true football fans know the truth. Every block, every tackle, every interception is just as valuable as a goal. There is something deeply emotional about watching a defender throw his body on the line. Fans feel the heartbeat of the game in those moments. It's not just about skills, it's about passion, loyalty, and commitment. Defenders are not celebrated enough, but inside the dressing room, every player knows, without them, we are nothing. Types of defenders we will explore. In this series, we are going to dive into 4 specific defensive roles, each with its own beauty. 1. The center back, CB, the heart of the defense. Strong, commanding, fearless. He dominates in the air, organizes the line, and stops the deadliest strikers. 2. The fullback, LB, RB, the wide protector. Quick, energetic, always running up and down the flank, fighting against tricky wingers while also supporting attacks. 3. The wing-back, LWB, RWB, a more modern and attacking version of the fullback. They cover the whole side of the pitch, delivering crosses, creating chances, and still defending with energy. 4. The sweeper, SW, a legendary role from the past, also called the libero. The genius who played behind defenders, reading the game, intercepting danger, and starting attacks with elegance. Over the next parts, we will explore each role in detail, with stories of legendary players who embodied them. Why you should respect defenders more. The next time you watch a football match, pay close attention to the defenders. Notice how they position themselves, how they communicate, how they block danger before it even becomes visible. Notice the bravery in every tackle, the timing in every interception, and the leadership in every shout. Football is often called the beautiful game, because of goals. But beauty is not only in scoring, it is also in saving. There is beauty in a perfectly timed sliding tackle. There is beauty in a defender running 40 yards back to stop a counterattack. There is beauty in the discipline of holding the line. Defenders might not always get Ballon d'Or awards, but they get something greater, the respect of those who truly understand football. Conclusion of Part 1. Defenders are more than just players, they are the backbone of football. They carry the pressure, the responsibility, and the sacrifice that allows others to shine. They are not the loudest, not the flashiest, but without them, football would not survive. As we move forward, we will explore the center backs, full backs, wing backs, and sweepers in great detail. Each one has its own history, its own heroes, and its own emotional stories. So stay tuned. Because understanding defenders is not just about football, it's about understanding courage, discipline, and sacrifice. Before we end Part 1, let me ask you, who is your favorite defender of all time? Comment below and let's celebrate the guardians of football together. And don't forget, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends who love football as much as you do.